Cheers, Poppy.
Cheers, bud.
That's what life's all about right there. A nice fresh cup of Jordan.
Wow.
Okay. Now, we actually for today's episode, we've gone to you guys. We've asked some things, and some of you guys, I'm realizing, should be creative directors.
100%.
One in specific, who I have to shout out for the video.
Yeah.
Who goes by the name of Agusi. That's good, right?
Agusi.
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 That's their Instagram name. Gave us literally like some of the most, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain them. Just the most like creative, deep questions I've ever received.
And I'm gonna say right now, Agusi, we're not saying that right. You did a lot for us. Like, you really went out of your way. If you send me a message on Instagram, I will send you a Starbucks gift card to join us in our coffee morning talks one of these days.
You know,
just tell us that, send me a message. We'll figure out a way to get you something. But I mean, appreciate all the help. So
send us your Starbucks order. We'll send one of your.
Yeah. Send us your address and no, but honestly, reach out to me. I'll get you some Starbucks.
Now, we're gonna go to the notes.
Really quick.
Yo.
I asked you this downstairs.
Yes.
If you could describe dating you in one sentence.
Very wet.
In one sentence, one statement.
Okay.
What would it be?
One statement.
One statement.
Like a sentence, I think.
Someone was like,
could it be a run-on sentence?
Someone's like, Jordan, what's dating you like?
It's gonna be egotistical.
I go for it.
Refreshing. I feel.
Okay.
I feel as if in relationships, I think a lot of women out there are looking for like their ideal man.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's in fairy tale land.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I try my best to like all the things that I just figured like would be a good boyfriend material. Like I pride myself in. I guess I pride myself a lot in how I am as a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And how I've been.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd say it's probably refreshing to date me because you're like, wow, there's not many of these guys that exist anymore. You know what I mean?
Alrighty.
Again, egotistical, but I'm not gonna say the opposite.
I like it.
You know
I like
what I mean?
it. Dating me is, it's kind of like having insurance with Allstate.
You save 15%.
No, you're in good hands.
Wow.
Yeah, I
just
heard
gonna
something
start
close
like
to that last night, and I had to run with it this morning.
That's it? That's your answer?
I just thought it was funny, but I think it's a good answer. No, dating me is more like, dating me is kind of like when you're in the drive-thru.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, you're in like the drive-thru and you order just some fries.
And they bring you a burger?
Yeah, you order some fries. You order some fries, and then like you're expecting your fries. You're excited about it, and then you open the fries up, and you got chicken tenders.
Mm.
It's not really what you ordered,
But it's not bad either.
but you're pretty happy about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got more than you asked for.
You got more than you asked for. You're not that hungry, so you don't really know what to do with all of the chicken tenders, but now you got lunch.
And this is why vegans can never date you.
Oh, they didn't have a shot to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, we're good. No. Real answer. Just kidding.
Those were Scotty's two
I'm
fake
just
answers.
kidding. Dating me is kind of just like, you're going to get motivated.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, if you're around me, I feel like you just get motivated to do things, and you just have to kind of be excited about life, and you just, I don't know. Dating me is just motivation, I feel like.
Scotty is a tool.
Yes.
If you date Scotty, if you're lacking motivation,
Date Scotty.
you can date Scotty.
Yep.
My dog's freezing to death.
Get him inside.
To the nines. Come on, let's go.
He made it all of about 30 seconds out here this morning.
You know what? Oh no. You know what I love?
What's up?
I love how he gets all pumped to come up here.
And he gets
And
out
then
here.
as soon as he gets out here, he's just like, wait,
Nope.
what am I doing?
Nope.
Now, I want to just start this pod with going through the questions or the concepts that Agusi should probably find their real name. Actually, you know what? I was just DMing them because, you know, we had to communicate with them. So maybe there's a real name on here. Agni. Agni?
Agni.
Yeah. There's Agnes. I'm thinking this is Agni.
What's her profile? Is she on? Oh, okay.
It's Agni.
Agni.
All right. So, first concept of Agni. What's something you're embarrassed of that you're good at?
Hmm.
That's a great question.
Something I'm embarrassed of that I am good at.
And I feel like I thought about this recently. Like it's gonna be one of my oh. You know those little kendama toys? There's
Yes.
like 3 cups with a ball and a string.
Yes.
So I might have devoted a good year of my life to that, and I'm in the masses. I'm very good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say I can also yo-yo pretty well.
Mm.
So it's one of those. I'm not actually embarrassed of it, but it will fit the question. Like for the question, I'll say I'm embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually, it's kind of cool, but I'm not really embarrassed at anything I'm good at. Why the fuck would I be embarrassed? But I'm gonna, for the question, that's probably the closest to that.
I'm really good at blowing bubbles with gum.
Glad that that's where the sentence ended.
Yeah, I'm really good at gum bubbles. That sounds even worse.
If you want a boyfriend, I've got Scotty here. He'll motivate you and blow you some of the meanest gum bubbles there ever was.
Let's get out of here. Good night, everybody.
She's like,
I don't really want to date him.
he seems nice, but
He might not be your type. He's not your type.
I'm looking for other things. Oh. I just laughed bubbles into my coffee.
Hey, T, you're a pro.
All right, next up. What's one responsibility you wish you didn't have? Oh.
You?
When I read this, it was a joke. I'm going to answer this jokingly, kind of. A year ago, I took on responsibility as a single dad. And he absolutely makes my life net positive.
Okay.
I'd rather have him than not. And at the time, there was no other options. It was like, Rari is mine.
He's yours.
But he is a massive responsibility.
Yes.
It has altered my life.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot travel easily.
Mm-hmm.
And there are moments where I go, hey, maybe you just, I don't know, just go on a vacation by yourself.
When you go to college.
Maybe just learn how to take care of yourself.
Kind of would rather have a kid so I can send you to school.
That's what I'm saying. Eventually
Yeah.
the kid can take care of himself. That
Yeah.
little fucker, I need to take care of him for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I know.
Like, figure it out.
I've had spurts of him. I know.
I love him, though.
Oh, yeah, good kid. When he's not at school.
Talk to us, Scotty. Responsibility you wish you didn't have. Right here, you look like you just forgot the question. You look like you're ready to just move on. Like, we're not doing this.
Responsibility.
Also, the table's wet. I want to make
Yeah.
that clear.
It's
very, very wet.
It is very damp.
Anytime you see us standing up, we're not just trying to stretch the legs. Except, this is probably pretty good for us. I sit a lot during the day, so.
One responsibility I wish I didn't have.
Paying rent.
Yeah,
That'd be tight. Paying for anything.
that's a big one.
Hey, dude, again.
Keep it there.
No, it's just,
Keep it there, dude.
got you, bro.
'Tis the season, bro.
I got you, bro.
The winter coat's coming in.
he's shedding.
The winter coat. Probably keeping my room clean. I don't like, because I'm the kind of guy, like, when I get home, like, just yard sale, like, everywhere. I don't like to put my clothes away, but that's probably like a minor responsibility.
Do you have a hamper?
I do have a hamper.
So what's your problem with putting the clothes in the
Well,
hamper?
I'll put my clothes in the hamper, but you know me, like, I do outfit changes for my job, and so
you
it's
just
like,
don't feel like you haven't put them away yet. 'Cause
exactly,
they're clean.
Exactly, they're clean, and so they just kind of like come off and they just lay on my bed, and so at the end of the day, I go in there and there's just like,
It looks like you lit one of those those TikTok bombs where you like throw something. It's like get on the ground, and then you like shake your phone or some shit.
yeah, except it's the exact opposite, where it looks good, and then all of a sudden it's just a mess.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So it's Now I think about it, they're throwing grenades, and the grenades are actually making good transformations, which is a little
I was gonna
odd.
say, yeah,
Usually the grenades destroy things.
maybe throw like a.
I should do that in reverse. I'm like, it's like a fucking really, it's a dirty room. I shake it, and then the room gets way worse.
It just stays exactly the same.
They were expecting some cool transformation. All right, next. What impressions do you think you give when you first meet someone?
We talked about this the other day. Confidence,
Yeah.
excitement,
Whoa.
drive. What's another good one?
I mean, I have mine.
Oh yeah, I think just like on top of my shit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I would say, I actually had this conversation the other day. I have this theory that I'm like too happy and like too nice that it might come off as like I'm full of shit. Like I told you, Bill, a buddy of mine, like when I first met him, I was like, there's no way this guy's this nice. There's just no way.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who owns the coffee company. I was like, there's just people are not this nice. And it turns out that he's that fucking nice.
Yeah.
And I think I give off that vibe. I don't fear that I give it off, but sometimes like I want people to trust in me.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I feel like if I am to myself, people might be like, this guy's full of shit. There's no way. There's no way this guy's got it together.
I don't really know how you like describe me. Like, you were missing everything today.
What did I miss?
Oh, it's dripping off the bottom. I was like, is there coffee
Oh
coming
no,
out?
it's water. Yeah, it's like.
Like, because I always lead with trying to help people.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people think I'm trying to get something out of them.
Facts.
When I'm just genuinely there to help.
You're trying to exchange.
Yeah, and so I'm just and then so by the time the conversation's over and like they've gotten what they need, I'm just like, all right, friend. Like,
Yeah.
And they're like, wait. I'm like, what?
Wait, what do you need? Come
I'm
back.
like, I'm going home. Like, I'm tired.
Yeah.
I think that's
good. That's a good for you. I'd say that one more so than all the other ones.
Yeah.
Because you don't have any confidence.
Yeah, I know. I'm a piece of shit.
I love how I just keep pulling my phone out. What is something you're certain you'll never experience? That's such a profound question.
That's a deep one.
Also, profound was the word I was looking for earlier. It was early. Now I have coffee. Look, half a coffee, words start coming to me.
Mm.
But that all these questions are profound. That's what I wanted. Like,
That's a
so
deep one.
deep.
That's a deep one.
Oh my death. I'm never gonna die.
I'm beating that.
If I die tomorrow, just tomorrow, it is funny because I said that.
Yeah.
If any other day, it's still sad.
Is it one experience?
One
One thing.
you'll never experience.
One thing I'll never experience.
One thing for certain you'll never experience. Pregnancy, for starters.
That's a good one.
Myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will not experience that.
Well, 2020.
Well, I guess science.
2022, yeah, I mean,
science
yeah,
could
you
evolve.
You can't count that one out.
Could you imagine in 30 years, like... Never mind. I'm just...
Yeah, let's leave it
I'm
there.
not diving into this conversation. It's a trap. I was going to say skydiving, but I already did that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm fucking savage. I'm kidding. It was not that scary. One thing I will never experience. I'm like, divorce.
Love.
Poverty. God, these are jokes. They're fucking jokes. Calm down. Oh my god. There's a lot of funny jokes that could answer this question. Like just a bunch of things that I probably will experience. One thing I will never experience. Oh, this is actually good. I think about this often. My like worst fear. This is actually one of my. Let's spit a little bit. One of my biggest fears that I forget about.
Yeah.
So this goes back to our biggest fear episode. I am so terrified of wrongfully ending up in prison. Now, with that, I would not do well in prison.
No.
I just wouldn't. I'm too scared of dying. Like I'm not going to stand up to the tallest, the biggest guy there. If I wasn't scared of dying, I would. I would establish my dominance for sure.
Okay.
Do I have dominance? No. Now, I'm pretty positive that if I keep on my current trajectory, I will never end up in prison.
Yeah.
I feel like you get to choose that for the most part.
Yes.
I think even people who wrongfully end up in prison still put themselves in situations where, like, they might be mischosen, what's it called when someone, misaccused. I just don't surround myself with any of that.
Falsely accused.
No, but I know, but miss was my word I was using at the time.
Like the woman.
Yes.
Got
So I'm pretty confident I'll never end up in prison, and I'll do everything in my power to do so.
I will never be in politics.
Let's fucking hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know though how certain though. What if you could change a lot in the next 20 years?
I'm certain I will never get into politics.
What if politics get really cool in 20 years?
Politics is just, like, that is a. If you're looking at it like a stock, it has been plummeting since it started.
But maybe it's about to explode.
If it goes up, you never know. But I do not see myself.
Well, what's good about this is, she said for certain.
For certain, yeah.
So if one of us are wrong in the future, we will pull this clip back up,
This is true.
and we will issue an apology.
Yeah, exactly. I will sit down in my political
Mine
desk.
might be from prison.
Yeah, I will sit down behind my desk.
Yeah.
In my suit. And talk to my people.
He becomes the fucking president.
Yeah.
Not only does he go into politics, he becomes the politician
I am sorry.
of America. That would be awesome. All right. Ooh. Whoa, this one's. How do you treat people who can do nothing for you / who do nothing for you?
Mm-hmm.
The same.
Yeah.
I don't treat people based
Exactly
upon the
the same.
return.
Yeah, like I said, if I can help you, I'll help you.
I also know a lot of really good people that do nothing for me.
Mhm.
Like, that sounds fucked. If I asked them, they would. I'm
Mhm.
just saying, like, I'm sure there's friends of mine that we don't do anything for each other.
But
we're
it's
just
even
friends.
like, but it's like, with a friendship. Hello, with a friendship and that kind of stuff.
They watch the pod.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honk if you're listening.
Sorry, no, they're not listening.
Okay. Just being friends with somebody is doing something for you.
Yeah.
You know, having somebody there is doing a lot for you. So I don't think you can count friends in. I think you have to. I think what she's talking more about is people just in general who just like don't, like you don't know them, they don't know you, they're just there, and I think that's
Still the same.
it's still the same. You just treat. It goes back to treat somebody the way you would like to be treated.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna like go out of my way and like, you know, pretend to have a conversation when I just don't have time. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna like start up a conversation, but you know, just treat people good. I mean, that's all it is. Like, there's no reason to hate. You haven't given me a reason to be any other way. Just be nice.
I agree. When was the last time you did something for the first time? Wow. And let's make this something prominent, not like I made a candle the other day for the first time.
Yeah.
Because that was fun, but it's not that
Is
prominent.
it? Yeah.
The last time I did something for the first time. The last time I did something for the first time.
Mhm.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Matter of fact. Last time I did something for the first time. I should probably stop saying it. You
Yeah.
think so?
No, it's alright.
Okay. I'm just trying to pass time. That's really bright. Can you fucking relax? Jesus, we need like BYOGs, dude. Bring your own glasses here.
Yeah, she's here.
Last time I did something for the first time. I mean, I filmed a video recently where I was doing uncomfortable things and I laid down in the middle of the mall, which was something I've kind of always wanted to do. And that was liberating. That was fun. I will forever encourage everyone to go try that. I feel like that's the last time I really did something for the first time where I was like, oh shit, like this could be, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Last time I did something for the first time.
Come on, Scotty, when was the last time that you did something for the first time?
It keeps coming back to food. I'm like,
What did I cook?
what did I cook? Yeah, what was the last like new thing I cooked? Last time I did something for the first. That's a good question.
It's tough. These are hard ones. These aren't quick answers. Maybe we could have wrote them down. No, that's not
Yeah, that's
organic.
off the whim.
Off the top, baby.
Off the top,
Wait.
baby.
Stop burping. That's gross.
Okay.
That was when my weight was.
That's a
growing.
really hard one. Yeah, I don't
You
know.
want to circle back?
Yeah, circle back on that one.
All right, like Circle K.
Okay.
That one's just gonna take too long. Are you finding your dream job or are you creating it? Dude, I think this whole podcast episode might just be off our girl. Agni. What a lady. Are you... Hold up, I forgot the first part of it. Are you finding your dream
Finding your
job,
dream
or
job or
creating
creating it?
I'd say creating it.
100%.
I'd say you always want to create your dream job. And that's what people don't realize. I feel like there's a lot of people out there that go in their day-to-day realizing that their dream job doesn't exist. Like what they would ideally like to do in their day-to-day doesn't exist. That's a perfect realization of the same concept of like finding a hole in the system. Like
Yeah.
finding a problem and building a business around the solution.
Well, you could also make whatever job you have your dream job. Like, you obviously got the job. You went in and applied for the job, so there was some kind of interest. It wasn't out of just straight...
There's circumstance. I'm sure that's circumstantial.
Circumstantial, but so slim.
For the most part.
Yeah. You're there for a reason. And so it's like, you can create a great opportunity for yourself just by being the absolute best at your job.
Yeah.
No matter what it is. Like, you can literally scale it, like we were talking about the other day, you know, people who own car dealerships. Most of the people that I know and that you know that own car dealerships started working at the dealership.
Correct, as a porter, and it might not even been the job of choice.
Exactly.
That's true. That's very
and you
true.
you work your ass off and you grow and you create your position where people start to notice you. Could take 20 years, but when the opportunity is there, you're the first name that people look at, and it's like, there's the opportunity, bud. The door's open, walk in. Like,
Yeah.
it might, and like I said, it takes time. You have to be patient, and you have to, look at it from every angle. But I think if you're going to create something, you can create it in anywhere that you're at. It's not limited to just like creating your own business.
I think the car example is really good. I think we should dive a little deeper. Yesterday, me and Sky were talking about, I know a lot of people personally who own either full auto malls or dealerships. Usually multiple. I actually don't think I know someone that just owns one dealership. Every one that I know personally, every single one, was just by chance, I don't know, maybe this is like a really common occurrence, was once a porter, which is the person who just like, it's kind of like the dealer, bitch. You just kind of drive cars around and move cars. Wash cars, I think porters might do too. That's how they all started, and now they own the dealer. I bet you a lot of money that they were not all like diehard car enthusiasts, that it was just a job that made sense. All of them I know now who own the businesses, like that's them. Like they are I own car dealerships and I love it.
And the beauty of that is when you start at a base level like that and you move around positions within the company, you learn the company. You learn the ins and outs of every position. You know what's right, you know what's wrong, you know what looks good, what looks bad, and you know what needs to change when things are getting shaky. And so now you're literally the best suited person for that position to take over because you understand the business in and out.
You've done it all.
You understand all of it.
Correct.
And you can relate to every employee. And if you can do that, you're going to have a thriving business under your belt because you know where people are coming from.
I think it's the same concept as like how Raising Cane's, shout out, you're not allowed to own a Raising Cane's franchise unless you work there. I think Chick-fil-A is the same way, I believe.
Might be.
Almost positive. And so it's like the people that are going to run the businesses have to understand the business and have to have some sort of passion behind it. But I think going back to the dealer thing, I think it's like, use that as an example. It's like if you go into a business and you don't work hard and you're just there, you're missing on things you might actually enjoy doing. When you go into working at a dealership, you go from being a porter to sales. You learn sales. You might love selling. You wouldn't have known you liked selling until you sell. Or you can go into finance. Well, I guess if you're going to finance, you probably have to go to school for finance. If you're finance at a dealership, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Whatever. Let's say maybe you're buddies with the finance guy and that interests you, and then you end up going to school to go to finance. Whatever it may be. People are like, dude, that was a stupid example. You're going to learn things if you actually put effort into the job and can work yourself into different positions to try different things. No, I think that's good what you said. I think like you can find out that your dream job is the job that maybe you didn't like if you just didn't put in any effort.
Exactly.
That was a little confusing, but
yeah.
All right, next up, great question. How would you behave if you were the best in the world at what you do? Obviously, I'd be cocky as fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, look at me.
I'd be the shit.
Yeah.
Look at me. There's got to be something humbling about being at the absolute top. Because now, what's the ego for? There's no ego comes from insecurity, typically.
I think it's just the confidence of it. I think there's a lot of pressure when you're the absolute best, but I think you learn how to channel that into confidence.
Advanced parkour. Ow, fuck.
Channeling that into humbleness and channeling that into, understanding that you are the best and you're the absolute legend at what you're doing right now, but there's always somebody behind you. There's always somebody that's chasing you, and so you have to keep that grip and you have to keep that you have to be able to continue to fight for it. I think that's the measure of the person I would want to be if I was the absolute best at what I do. It's like still having that hunger of the person who's chasing the person ahead of you.
I agree. That's actually you kind of nailed it. But I think being humble, my theory is that if you're the best at what you do, you have no ego because no one's actually better than you. I mean, you have no ego. You have no insecurity, which means you don't have no ego, which means you're just naturally humble. It is a humbling experience to be the best. You put in the work. It's not like you're undeserving of where you're at. It's got to be humbling. Yeah. Now, are there some of the best that are absolute asshats? Sure. Maybe they don't feel like they're the best. Because being the best isn't always an obvious thing.
Exactly.
Like, you look at, I feel like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan.
No, he's still alive.
No, he's still alive. There was really no argument. When Kobe was around, at the time, it was no argument that he was the best. They're comparing him to see if he was better than someone who no longer plays. So that just kind of goes to show that there was no one in the league that was better than him.
Yep.
And so, like, that's not really... Nah. Oh. Did you see my oops? They matched the...
Up.
Up. You know what's funny is I'll be on the phone with my brother. My brother's a fireman. And it's so crazy to see. Actually, I have another funny story from the other day, but yesterday, for example, he's on the phone. Sirens go off, and it's immediate, gotta go by. Hangs up. But the other day, it was a really weird one. Normally he says that. The other day, he was on the phone with me. I heard the sirens go off, and the call just, like, chopped out and cut. I was like, oh, shit. I thought he was like Superman. He was like, and just, like, flew up in the air, and the phone maybe dropped on the floor or something.
He lives in a firehouse that, like, when the alarm goes off, it automatically sends, like, a surge through. It turns everybody's phones off.
I swear. No, it was kind of crazy. I was like, Jeremy, go get him.
Go get him, Tiger.
But no, I think it's undeniable when you're at the top, and I would assume that is the feeling you experience is humble. Humble. There's got to be like graceful, grace, humble, hum. He's got to be so hum. Yo, I'm so hum.
Dude, that dude is hum as hell.
Oh my god. How are you?
Great.
Really?
Oh.
Not good.
Oh.
No, I'm not good. How
are you
really?
just in general?
How are you really? In general.
How am I really in general?
Let's go, dude. Get
I'm
deep.
Great.
Besides looking like an absolute Casper right now.
Yeah. I'm great.
You're good?
I'm great. Life's good, dude. I don't, like, you know me, like, nothing really, like, shakes me.
Yeah.
I'm always just happy to be here.
True.
Like, I'm like a golden retriever. Like,
You shed like a golden retriever.
I do. We're matching. But, yeah, I'm great, man. Like, there's a lot going on, and there's always, stressors, and there's always going to be, like, the thoughts of, am I doing enough? Is there, is there more that, like, needs to happen? Like, there's always going to be that stuff in the back of your mind, but overall, man, I love my life, man. I love what's coming. I love what's happening. I love, just thinking about all the things that I've worked so hard for that are coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just great, man. Like, I am truly, truly excited about life, honestly. I'm just happy.
Good.
Yeah. You?
I am great. I will say this, and you guys know this, like, for the first time in my life ever, all the other parts of my life are checked off besides my business. And growing up, it used to be the opposite. Growing up, when I was like 21. Business was just this autopilot thing that I enjoyed doing. It came naturally. It was my life. It was all I did was YouTube. And it was like, and it would bring in money that I couldn't comprehend. And so then, like, this kind of goes to prove that, like, money doesn't fix problems. Like, I had other problems. I had other problems that I don't have now. And I don't even know what those were. Like, I just know that things bothered me more. I had less perspective. I had less grace, ironically. And so now I'm at a point in my life where, like, the only negative emotion I experience on a day-to-day is stress, which I'm not used to experiencing because usually I don't get stressed. So I think this year has been dealing with trying to mitigate stress. Like, I don't know how to deal with stress well, while having every building block in my life dialed. Like, everything else is so good that, like, I feel like the only negative emotion I ever feel is just stress. So it's like, if I'm not feeling stress, I feel great. If I'm feeling stress, I'm like, you shouldn't be feeling this right now because A, you're worried about something that hasn't happened yet. It is more of that future anxiety, but it's not anxiety, it's stress. And it's something that I can fix. And also that stress, I've also been able to learn how to turn that stress into, like, action, which is a new lifestyle. Getting up really early, working more hours in the day, working smarter, just being more proactive than I would be in a comfortable situation. And so I've almost appreciated it.
Yeah.
But I do have this weird feeling, and I'm wrong about it, that, like, as soon as I knock that off, as soon as I get my business back afloat, everything's going to be perfect, but I know some other problems will come.
They'll come.
So to me, it's like, what's the rush of getting rid of it? To be honest, being in my situation now is almost the best. If you look at, like, all the pillars of life, all the pillars of struggle, I think I'm in the best one right now. The one that doesn't actually affect me. It just makes me feel more uneasy.
Yeah.
But all the other ones, like happiness, grace, perspective, family, friends, health, all that other shit's in line. So it's like, I don't think I really trade it off for any. And I don't see a world where I get my finances together and then everything's just perfect. I just don't see that. And so I'm great.
Yeah.
I just think, I don't know, how am I really? That's the things I worry about. And I like talking about it to make people feel like, I don't know. And it's just cool. I don't know, like, I don't really have issues to talk about ever, so it's kind of cool when I do.
Yeah, well, it's also like, you have to look at it as overall, you're here. You can fix the problem.
Exactly.
So you have to be good. Like, that's like a bare minimum. Like, I don't believe in bad days.
Yeah.
I just don't believe in them.
It's
Because
not productive either.
No, it's like your bad day, like, you let something affect your day. Like, I believe that there's bad moments, yes.
Yeah.
But what you do with the moment is what dictates the day.
Yeah,
so,
true.
like, if you're going to, let's just say you're driving in your car, just a stupid example.
Well, I got a better example. Let's say you're chilling and then you accidentally knock over 2 cameras and then your camera hits the ground and shatters the viewfinder.
Yeah. Who does that? Let's say that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say that happened.
Bad moment.
It's a bad moment, but, could I have controlled it? Yeah. Can I control it now? Nope.
Nope.
What am I going to get upset about? I'm going to
No.
look at it, I'm going to smile and say that was stupid.
You could let it ruin your day.
You could let it ruin your day, but what's that going to do for you? I'd rather just be like, okay, well, it's broken. We'll fix it later.
Yep.
Like, it's just let it go. I think that's the best way to say it is when you fill up like a tea kettle, don't let it start to whistle.
Yeah.
Just like fill it up, get it warm, and then pour out so there's not a lot of pressure in there. You'll be fine. Nothing, there's really, and I will put my name on this. There is nothing in this world that is that bad. Nothing.
Stop.
No,
That's pretty tough.
You're the perspective guy. There is nothing in this world that is ultimately that bad that you cannot get out of.
Okay, so
Go.
I'm devil's advocate.
Yeah, go.
Tomorrow, I get kidnapped
Okay.
and I live out the rest of my days in a torture chamber.
Okay.
I'm gonna have some perspective issues there.
Okay. What about all the people who have gone through that and they came out and they were, of course, it was a horrific experience, but they took that experience and they made it a good thing.
I feel like most people don't come out of torture chambers though. I feel like you just get tortured to death.
I don't know, dude.
Oh,
There's a
I'm
lot
being
of people
really
who have done
dark
it.
here. I know I am Mr. Perspective. I think there are always situations that are terrible, but like, I just thought of that one. I don't know. I don't really have many others. That one really
That's
got
what
me.
I'm
For the most part, you're correct. Yes.
There's like you can always find a way to find positivity in anything. You're being tortured. Absolutely, they didn't kill you yet. You're still here.
True. I feel like I could become friends with the torturer.
There
I
you
feel
go.
like-
You just made a friend.
I feel like. Have you seen the Key and Peele episode?
No.
Where he's getting the torture chamber? You've never. Oh my god, bro.
I have.
He's
but-
getting tortured and he like loves it. And the guy torturing him like doesn't know what to do. He's getting frustrated. He's like, oh, you're like, you're gonna hit me with this. It's so I don't even know if I don't remember if it's sexual or like he's just pumped to be there. He gets stoked about every torture. The guy's like, the guy goes mad because it's not working.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I become friends with the torture guy.
There you go.
Yeah. Sorry to be devil's advocate. I
No,
think
you're
it's
fine. I will put my name on it. There's nothing that I can see that is going to ultimately be that bad that I cannot get out of it. I don't believe in that. There's hard moments. Of course there's going to be very, very difficult. There's difficult times in everybody's life.
Yeah.
You can either let it fold you, or you can stand there and look at it in its face and take care of it.
No, I really do agree. I I wouldn't say that far. I wouldn't, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But there's always exceptions to things. But I do think, again, everything we talk about, there's
100%.
exceptions. Everything has an
100%.
exception.
And like I said,
But conceptually
it's perspective.
Conceptually, it makes sense, and yes, it goes back to what we were having that conversation the other day, where we're literally naming off some of the worst things that could happen to you and ways to show grace and perspective. So
Exactly.
I agree. What was that question? How are you really?
Yep.
I'm good. Scotty's good. What would you do if you knew you could not fail?
What would I do if I knew I could not fail? In any aspect of life?
Yeah, anything. Essentially, that question means what is something that failure is holding you back? The
Fear.
The fear of failure, which I want to be confident and say nothing, but I'm sure there's something.
I'm sure there's something too. I can't think of anything.
I think there's one thing, for me, stand-up comedy has always been something I want to do. And I think I told you this openly, it's the only thing I do think I have a fear of failure for. I understand that, but I just don't think I want to do it enough to where like I'd go out of my way to do it.
I think you just gotta try it if it's like on your head.
Yeah.
You gotta give it a shot.
But I don't even think about it that much, to be honest, anymore. I just went through a period where I thought it'd be really fun. I just think I need to go to some stand-up shows and like just see the world, you know? That's something I'd say like I'm openly aware that like I'm scared of for some reason.
Okay.
Which is understandable. I don't know who would not be scared to do stand-up comedy for their first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd say that's just about it. Anything else I would have done.
I can't think of anything, honestly. Like
Something I would do if fear.
Because that's the thing is, I've literally put my mind into anything that I think I could fail at. I want to do it more.
Why is my camera being an absolute asshat? I know why. It's because we were on auto ISO, and I had it set to f4, and it could not go any darker. But I fixed the problem.
There we go.
A little late.
A little late.
We're about approaching the end here, but
We're gonna ghost it for this episode.
that's fine.
I'm good with it. I can't think of anything. I'm not even kidding. Like
Nothing.
I love things that I can fail at. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah.
I love to because I feel like failure is a natural part of everything.
Yeah.
And so if you're failing at something, you know you're on the right track.
No, correct. I just think there's certain types of failure, like the situationally, that bring fear.
Yeah.
It's not like the idea of failing at something. I'd say, like, for me, the reason stand-up is just like it's a public failure, right? It's like, for me, who cares? I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying that is something I'm pretty sure that's what I'm scared of. If I dive deep into thinking what scares me about it, of the failure, I'm sure I'll be like, oh, that's kind of stupid. But, like that's typically, like, failing at anything else to me is just like, whatever. Like, I don't care.
Well, I move on from failure so quickly that I can't be afraid of it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just not, like, I take a failure, I learn, and I just go. Like, I think this question is more, it'd be easier to answer if you were one of those people who dwell in your failures.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you're scared of, like, that failing because you know you're going to stop. It's like, I don't allow myself to stop when I fail. If something doesn't go right, I just pick up and go, okay, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, that's just who and that's not me bragging, that's just what I've built myself into, and it took a long time to get there. But, like, I just don't let that stuff stop me. Like, I don't fear failure.
Roger, next. Oh, I guess that's all of our girl Agnes questions. I mean, dude, I think she just took up an entire podcast.
Agni, thank you.
They're not even questions, they were just genius, profound topics.
She's got to have a table book of these.
Listen, she might be my future creative director, you never know.
Hey.
Agnes, shoot me some YouTube video ideas. These episodes are easy. Shoot me some real stuff. She just sends me some of the most incredible. I'm like,
Absolutely
all right,
insane.
listen, I'm not even using these. You're gonna go start a YouTube channel tomorrow.
Yep. Man. Well, for another cup of coffee.
Facts.